Hello, and welcome back to Fallout 4. Today I'm going to continue working on Country Crossings. And if you notice, I did kind of change up the building that I left off in the last video just a little bit. I kind of spread it out, made it a little bit larger. And, just put up some posts to make it look a little bit better. Kind of changed a couple of the walls out so that they match a little bit better, just to make it look a little bit prettier. And I'm going to start building this place up in the top here. Like I said in the last video, I'm going to probably put a lot of workstations, a chem station, armor workshop, probably like a ammo workshop, food station, stuff like that, just to kind of build up this room. I mean, my feng shui is terrible, so bear with me while I try to make it look half decent. I'm going to put probably a bed in here if I haven't already. I did, yeah. And I'm going to put some paintings up and a couple chairs, and just kind of make it like basically a workspace. On top of that, we still don't have much defense here, and this place is wide open. So I'm going to be working on defense. I got to build up some more water. This is a soda mixer machine. With the Nuka-Cola DLC, you can actually get all these different recipes for different sodas. You can mix them together, and they kind of help with AP, HP, etc., etc. It's kind of cool. It's kind of time consuming, but it's kind of fun. I'm just going to put this little wheelchair in front of all these stations. And look, we already got one guy checking this place out. That's neat. All right. And I think we have both the guys working on farming. I'm going to probably put in, I don't know if I'm going to put a bar in here or if I'm going to put like a hospital, clinic, whatever they have to call it, or something like that. I don't know. I'm going to look at different options that we have for the stores, and I'm going to see which stores have a little smiley face icon on the bottom, because those stores will actually increase the happiness of the settlement. We definitely do need to get defense in here, so I have to definitely work on that. And I believe that there's a little bit of a pond that's to the, I guess, northwest of this settlement. If you're looking at it from one direction, I'll show you that later. I'm probably gonna put a larger water pump in there, probably one of the biggest ones. And also, I wanted to thank everyone for all their comments and the likes on my last video. I'm up to 50 subscribers. Like, I don't even know what the heck I'm doing, and I'm just kind of going into my little game, trying to make everything look nice, try to keep it pretty basic. I don't want to get, super advanced or anything. I mean, heck, the more advanced that I make it, the more messed up it's going to be anyway. And I just I'm hoping that these videos are entertaining enough, especially if you're just starting this game out. I don't want to make them too difficult for newcomers. This was interesting, though. A commenter told me a slightly different way to build up this type of structure. I have one more settlement that I still need to find with this character that has the same little beat up structure that this settlement has. And I'm going to maybe try to mimic what the commenter told me in his comment. The way that he did it, we didn't have to use the mat trick or like an ashtray trick or anything like that. It actually just kind of like sat in there without any like major problems. So I thought that was kind of cool. Probably going to try to copy that in, like I said, the later settlement. But right now, I'm gonna put up these I guess they're like shack bridges. Something that you might not know about this game is that when enemies show up in your settlement to go and attack you, they don't actually walk through the map like normal enemies would. When you fast travel, there is a percentage of enemies actually attacking your settlements. The more defense that your settlements have, the lower of a percentage that specific settlement has of being attacked by enemies. The enemies will sometimes just spawn in the middle of your settlement, so putting up a big wall, which I thought, maybe would help a little bit more than it really does absolutely nothing besides make the settlement look pretty. You can have a wall going around the whole settlement, and the enemies will still just spawn in. So making a wall, yes, it might look pretty, but it is in fact a waste of scrap and material. So you're better off just not doing it. I'm going to use my basic defense like I normally do with these builds, because like I said in the other videos, they just make more sense than some of the other ones. The materials that it takes to make them isn't too bad. On top of that, the amount of defense that they give you is pretty decent for what they are. And you don't have to use the extra manpower to get your defense up pretty quickly. I'm also just still working with the video performance. I know that for a while I was having some of my videos that kind of like glitch out, they kind of freeze up, and I was trying to figure out what the heck is going on with that. I was using different software and different ways to put the videos together and everything. I messed with the settings a little bit. I have this video at the 720p and at 30 frames per second instead of 60 frames per second, and hopefully that'll help with getting rid of some of the glitches. Yes, I also put a random missile turret in there because missile turrets are really strong. They give you 12 defense, and it's just kind of fun to mix it up a little bit. The machine gun turrets are always great. Missile turrets are kind of fun, but just some advice about missile turrets. If those are your main defense, be very careful, because they will in fact do some major damage towards your settlement, depending on which way they're shooting. I've accidentally blown up half of my settlement, took out probably about 6 or 7 people in an earlier game, because I put the missile turrets in. I thought, oh, these look cool, and they do a lot of damage. And yeah, they do a lot of damage, more so to your own people. Anyway, another reason why I stick with the machine gun turrets for the most part. I'm just going to kind of throw these things around. This place already has a lot of food, so I don't really have to add food to it. It's all mute fruit trees. The variety's not great. However, I don't think the game really deciphers what type of food you have, so long as the math adds up. And I think that the settlers will be fine. But if you want to see if it makes the settlers a little happier, you can always put some corn in there or some potatoes or whatever you may have. There's a lot of buildings around here. I think this building right behind this wall is where a lot of feral ghouls show up. So I'm going to kind of block them out a little bit, because those feral ghouls do in fact run towards your settlement because they are so close. This other building that you see in the distance to the right, I don't know if I'm going to see it again. You might see it, to the left. Oh, it doesn't matter. Anyway, there's another building. It has a big old satellite on it. A lot of time there's super mutants there. But I think they're too far away to actually walk over to the settlement. I think they actually have to spawn in. And then there's another building, Saugus Ironworks or something like that. And that's where a lot of high-leveled raiders kind of hang out. So they can sometimes spawn up in this spot. So having pretty high defense in this location, the Country Crossings location, is very important. If you do decide to make these walls, I think at least 2 thick, you can actually put these machine gun turrets on top of the walls, and it just makes the aesthetics look nicer. I'm not going to do that all right now, but if you wanted to give it a go for it. It looks neat. This is where some ferals come from. So we're going to get some defense out here. I'm also going to get rid of some of these trees because this is where I want to try to put a large water pump. The only problem is it is very close to the edge of this settlement. So if you're out in the red, on the opposite area of where the green mist or whatever it is, I think it gives you about 5 to 10 seconds, and then it kicks you out of your settlement building. See, if I stay here, it'll kick me out of my settlement building. Anyway, I need to get a little bit more material to actually get the larger water pump in there. I'm going to do that anyway. Before then, I'm just going to put some regular water pumps, manual water pumps around, because once again, you know, they're efficient, they work, they don't require any power, they don't require as much materials. You know, you can't really go wrong with them too much. They don't give you a lot of water, so that's the drawback. All right, I will get some more materials and then I'll be back and we'll continue from there. Hello, I'm back from Diamond City with some more materials. All right, let me just take a quick look around. We got plenty of food. The defense is all right. I mean, it's pretty high. I think I'm gonna put a warehouse in, like a prefab warehouse. I think it comes with the Wasteland Workshop, I think, is where you get the warehouse stuff from. I think I'm going to do that in a minute. But before then, I'm going to put this big old water pump, water purifier in the lake, pond, whatever it is here. I know it fits. I've put this big old thing in this little bit of water in the past, so I know that I can get it to work. I'm just, just like anything else, when you're trying to build up a settlement, you kind of have to fidget around a little bit until it finally sticks where you want it to go. And then I believe it takes 5 power to actually run, so we're going to have to get a generator. Gives you at least 5 power, which would be the medium-sized generator. I guess I could put 2 windmill generators in there as well, but they take up more material, and once again, they're, less power. The advantage of them, though, is that they are quieter, and sometimes those generators get annoying if you're hanging out in the settlement for a while. I understand that. I want to put like a platform down so that when I put this warehouse in place, it has kind of like a foundation to sit on instead of just kind of sitting on the ground. But I got this tree in the way that I can't get rid of. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's going to take 4 floors, I guess, for the base of it. And I got this tree in the way. I got this stupid Brahmin in the way. I know these guys leave after a while, and yeah, okay. All right, yeah, so the Brahmin is getting in the way for me being able to put this warehouse down. So I guess I'm just going to have to wait out the game a little bit, and then I'll come back and finish this up. All right, so after waiting about a day and a half, the doctor and his Brahmin finally started moving. So I should be able to put this warehouse down without a problem now. And there it is. I extended the platform, this floor structure from 4 floor structures to 6 of them. The warehouse seems to fit a little bit better on that. And we have a little bit extra kind of hanging out the side, so it's near the fire. I guess I'm going to put some chairs there. Put a bench here, and I'll put a bench on the other side so that they have a place to kind of hang out at the fire. And it's far enough that the fire's not going to catch anything. I don't even think that's a thing that happens in this game, but I could be wrong. Who the heck knows? I can make these giant doors, but I think I'm just going to make a giant wall here. I don't really need to have giant doors at this area because we have the main door coming from this side. And I'm going to put some sort of store in here. So let's see what we got. Okay, so let's check the clinic out. And okay, the clinic does produce happiness, which I already knew that, so I'm probably going to go with the clinic. There's other stores that produce the happiness. As long as you see that little smiley face, then you know that it produces happiness. I guess from here, I'm just going to try to put like a couch or something in, and maybe a bed. I didn't realize that the size of the settlement is almost completely filled up. So there really isn't a whole lot more that I can actually build on the settlement. That type of bed that looks kind of nice, that is from the Vaultec DLC. Some of the nicer chairs and whatnot are from the Vaultec DLC. At one point, I did download all the DLCs. I don't remember if I got them singly or one at a time. I think I originally got them one at a time when I had this on the PS4, and then for the Xbox, I think I just bought it all together. I think it was actually cheaper that way. Anyway, I don't know where the people went, and I need to put one of them at the clinic, so I'm going to use another piece of the Vaultec DLC, which is this little computer that helps you navigate through your settlement and see what your settlements are doing, whether they are employed or not employed, what type of jobs they have or don't have. And I'm just going to set one as the doctor, so we'll have one farmer and we'll have one doctor, and we'll have to give it a little of time for the doctor, quote unquote doctor, to show up at this clinic that I put together very easily. Doing a warehouse, a prefab warehouse. I mean, it takes a lot of wood, metal, and glass to put together, but I mean, it's already formed. It's pretty solid building. I can't say that anything bad about it. There's a doctor. Oh, it's Baldy Guy. I think he got shot in the other video. All right. So before I run out of size completely, I'm going to try to put a couple things down here. I'm going to throw at least a bed, maybe two of them, some sort of furniture. I think I'm going to use just some of the basic furniture, like this bureau or whatever it's called, bureau. That's from the original settlement parts. That's no DLCs. I think this table is also from the original settlement parts. And I'll put some nice chairs in there. I'll probably put a radio in there. Once again, the radio is from the original settlement parts. No DLC. If you look at the radios that you can choose, they'll tell you which radio station they're set on, and that's the only radio station that you can get from that specific radio. I'll show you that in a minute. Let's put the United States flag up. Why not? We're in the U.S. Still good enough. Yeah, I think the radios are miscellaneous here. There they are. And this one is tuned to Diamond City Radio. So I'm going to turn that on, and we will get the Diamond City Radio. Travis, I think his name is. You can actually meet him in Diamond City. It's just like 50s music or whatever. On top of that, I think what I want to do is, besides putting a door on there, I think I want to get a big old picture of Todd, because Todd's the guy. He's the man. So let's try to throw maybe a fan in here, and I guess we're going to have to get a power supplies of some sorts. So we'll do that real quick. Yeah, we'll just use the small one. I don't know where to put this. I guess I'll put it behind the gun to kind of give it a little bit of defense from blowing up. And I'll just use a power conduit. I'll just put it on the side of the building, and I'll run the power conduit over to the generator. I'll just keep it there. Why not? It's blocked by the building, at least a little bit. Fans running, so that's good. That means the power is on. If you go to paintings, it's wall decorations, paintings, go all the way to the end. You'll start finding portrait paintings of people, and Todd Howard is one of them. There he is. Yeah, so we're going to have a big old Todd Howard painting right there, because it just works. Crazy, man. I mean, hey, you know what? Yeah, it's a little bit jankety or whatever, but the games are pretty decent anyway. I mean, minus the jank. I'm going to try to make a cool little fire pit here. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know what type of walls to use. It kind of looks a little unsafe. Alright, that didn't work, so I think I'm just going to put a burn barrel there instead. We go in decorations miscellaneous. It's down a little ways, and it's part of the Wasteland Workshop DLC. But hey, it's there. A little bit safer than having an open flame to fire, I guess. And I think I'm going to give them some sort of water source, like a sink or something. Miscellaneous, yeah, I think it's down here. Look at that old toilet. All of these are from the Vault-Tec Workshop DLC. Anything that has like that little gear looking thing on the right top corner, with it looks like a gear, that's a Vault-Tec Workshop DLC. The Vault-Tec Workshop, I mean, it gives you a whole new vault to actually build up, which is kind of cool. It's a big ass vault. But it gets tedious to build that vault up from the ground up. However, the parts that they use for settlement building are pretty nice. I mean, you got fresh furniture, fresh toilets, fresh sinks, whatever. None of it's destroyed, irradiated, whatever. It's all like nice and pretty and preserved. So, it's kind of nice to have some Vault-Tec stuff in the Wasteland. It helps. I think I'm gonna make their old shack, this little thing that they used to sleep in. I think I'm gonna make this into like the toilet. So they'll have like a legit toilet and like a sink. And this will be just kind of like a designated outhouse instead of using those big old pots to go and pee in. And now they have an actual toilet. I'll put like a small bed in here just in case there's like some random, like, I don't know, just random dude that's just looking for a place to sleep. You know, no one's going to sleep in the toilet. So if it's just like some random wanderer, there's a place for them. I'm going to try to put a door on here. Excuse me. And the doors don't look like they're clicking in place. And I could probably do a trick where I put a door onto a door frame, erase the door frame, use the mat trick and push the door into place, but I don't think I'm going to do that right now. I don't know. I'll think about it later on, but I mean, this video is getting very long. It's much longer than the last couple have been, and I'm sure people have, checked out by now, so I'm going to finish this up. I want to say thanks again for your time. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you out. And leave a comment and put a like if you liked it up. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you later. Bye now.